another interesting episode. Ya show we were rateng le yona Ithute. The learning curve mo go botsang hore #WhatsApp and continue to give you all of the latest information to get you to where you need to be. Kalibitso na Kilovio Jacobs, formerly known as LJ the brand that is always on brand and only moves with brands. And my job is very much so simple. I sit around with different brands having different conversations on our favorite feature learning curve conversations. The different career fields and paths that people take and actually how they feel being around them. And also the biggest achievements that they have within that specific career field. And today we are indulging into another specific career that a lot of people we don't have enough information about exactly how to get into those career fields. And I also believe that this career that we're about to indulge into today, a lot of people and this interesting gentleman that is sitting next to me is going to assist me unpack this very interesting conversation. Firstly, say a very warm welcome. We're very much so honored to be having this interesting learning curve conversation with you.
Thank you.
All right. So without wasting any time, firstly, I want you to kindly introduce yourself to everyone that is watching us currently. And also tell us a little bit of your background in terms of what you do for a living.
All right. Thank you very much for welcoming me here to the show. Born and bred here in Moblomo, and originally go Blumanda, Kinchakas. But I grew up here in Bloemfontein, and then I studied at the University of the Free State. And then thereafter, doing some jobs thereafter, I became a lecturer in 2022. And now I'm currently lecturing at the University of the Free State as well as Central University of Technology. Yeah.
Interesting. All right. And I want us now to also discuss how did you enter into this field of lecturing? Is it something that you've always said, one day, lecture, or you had other dreams and ambitions? How did you fall into your line of work?
Well, I was actually thinking about this. And then my father was also a headmaster. And I'd like to think so that she can capture the names. I think that thing stuck with me. Initially I did want to be an accountant, but I think you become more and more of yourself, of who you truly are. And I actually stumbled over my job. I was doing something totally different. And then a friend of mine was like, you know what, man, I think this will actually be very interesting for you to join. And I put in my CV and I spoke to the lady that is actually my current boss at the moment. And it actually just took off from there. I've been lecturing since 2022, and it was mid 2022 when I actually put in my CV. And since then, it's been beautiful, man. Yeah.
Interesting one. I want us now to get into you're a lecturer, you wake up each and every single day, you face students that are, of course, in institutions of higher learning, different challenges approach really on a daily. I want to know that what is the major challenges that you face in your line of work? Okay,
so I've noticed with the students they are becoming more and more dependent on AI. The platforms are AI more, and so forth. And I realized that the students are not confidence in on their own. Right? For so many years before, the students without involving AI. And now they are becoming a little bit too dependent on that. So I think that has been the major challenge this year in 2024.
Interesting one right there. And we want to touch more into the different career fields. We want to touch into the achievements, a lot of things. But before we do that, I want us to go and take a breather. I hope that your pen is out. I hope that the book is ready. You are taking notes because class is officially in session. We are having a learning curve conversations and like how it is being a lecturer, how it is, of course, entering into a space where you develop young people within society, especially within academia. Show in the learning curve Ithute #WhatsApp back to your favorite show, #E2, the learning curve. More hashtag whatever. Now, still seated in conversation on your favorite feature, hashtag learning curve conversations. How it is being a lecturer, and of course, how you can become a lecturer, and the different prospects and the different careers that are within that specific line of work. And before the break, now let's the issue of the challenges that he faced. Chat GTP, but AI, and independence is currently slowly decreasing and becoming more and more dependent on AI and technologies, which now I want us to dwell deeper now into generally the challenges in institutions of higher learning, because we believe that a lot of people that are watching this show, either they are in university, they want to get into university, or they have just exited university and still are trying to find their way, right? So I want to know from you now, Mr. Tshwaro, what do you believe this 2024 academic year had for us? How do you view it? Was it successful in terms of how general students were performing? And also you can take it from your personal experiences with the students that you have also lectured through the course of the year.
Okay, great question. Look, I think it was a good year. Despite the fact that the students are didn't dependent on AI. The way a curriculum is built is to test a student on what is their voice on the particular topic we want them to discuss, and so there's sort of like the students have to strike a balance between depending too much on AI and pushing through their opinion on the different topics we want them to talk about in their academic work. And what was the successful part it was the fact that students at the end of the day realize that AI, which I also believe, AI is just there. As a student, it's supposed to be there to generate ideas. You shouldn't become too dependent on it, because if we dependent on more AI, they're not gonna say, okay, what's AI for a karaoke in, you know what I'm saying? So I think the biggest success is the fact that students became more confident in themselves, in the work that they have to do, and the more confidence you have in yourself, the better you stand out when you're looking for work, when you do have work, and so I want to encourage the students to not be too dependent on platforms like that, to be more confident in themselves, and in that way they'll become successful in their academics and in their career.
Sure. That AI is not the way to go. AI is not the way to go, because as the lecturer, it is going to be very hard for you when you go into the workplace and you are not even capable of performing everything that is said to be in your degree, because degree we AI, right? So I want to know from you also, as we are now getting also into the meat of the conversation that we are having, really let's touch into the unsaid truths about your field, right? A lot of people, I know that they see the glamour, lecturers, when they see people in academia, because firstly, you get the seasons in how you also attend school is also very staggered, because people think that it's nice, right? And also some people, they see the marking and also think it's horrible, right? I want to know from you that what are those truths that people do not know that you have gotten to experience throughout the course of the past years?
Okay, so like in a pros and cons. One need like how do you are relaxed. During the year, motlang batho ba le go tlung ba shebeletseng TV and so forth, ke nako ya gago wena o maake, you know what I mean? So it's into your personal life where you don't have the chance to just do what you want to do after work time, you know what I mean? And the other difficulty, but I think it's also a responsibility. How you lecturer or teacher or anything like that, you need to understand that opinion is shaped by the way much you know what I mean? Yeah. I've seen for a small comment, the way it for the rest of the year, it influences even the performance, so I think as much as it is a difficulty, it's also a responsibility for you. As a lecturer, you must always keep yourself in check. You must always make sure that the conversations you have with your students, they build them. And what that means is whatever situation you must leave it at the door.
Yeah.
All your personal issues, they need to stay at the door, because once you are in front of the students, transit as precise as you need to be and speak positive into the children.
Sure. And now, getting more into the positive side, what are those achievements that you have gained throughout the course of the year, throughout either with your students or even you generally as a lecturer, that you look back and you're just like, you know what, yeah, this one deserves a tap on the back?
Wow.
Smile. I want to say something very nice.
Look, I think for me, my favorite part, like, it might sound like a cliche. Maybe you've heard this before, but for me, the students, is the achievement for me. There's this one student, in fact, at the beginning of the year, I don't know lecture hall, I say I want engaged, you know. And then what about game? Because I class in you know. Depends on if they knew about this whole situation, how would they feel about it? In the future, if you share about the whole link, would you be proud of what you are doing? You know, something and from then on, he literally became one of my top students in the class. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Which goes back to the fact that you know what I'm saying? So for me, I think the biggest highlight, the achievement, is the fact that the students, when they really realize the purpose of what we are trying to give them, and they connect and they apply themselves, that's job well done for me. I'm happy.
Beautiful stuff. Beautiful things when they see us succeeding and getting to where we need to be. And that is our main mandate, of course, getting you to where you need to be by giving you all of the latest information in terms of academics, social, and social interventions, because hashtag information. No. Coming back to your favorite show on Ithute LJ, the brand that is always on brand and only moves with brands. And today, Ithute, we're having a learning curve conversation with one brand that aims to make sure that young people get the necessary education to move to where they need to be. Iliana Mr. Twaro, a lecturer at the University of the Free State and at the Central University of Technology, because he loves assisting young people get to where they need to be. And that's why now we are getting closer and closer to the end of the conversation. We've heard quite a lot. We've heard about the challenges that you're facing within this field. You've heard the achievement, that's how. But now I want us to speak to the class of 2024, right? There's a group currently that just finished writing exams. They are waiting for their results, 12. And also there's a class of 2024 that just completed an academic year. Some are progressing to the next, some are not even going to progress. They have stayed where they are, right? So I want to know from you that what is your advice to that young person that is currently sitting with that anxiety, that they don't know how things are going to go, they don't know how to move, and they don't know exactly how things are going to pan out?
Sure. That's a very good question. You know, I was at a national conference last week, and we had a couple of people come in and talk to us, and there were a couple of things that I picked up from them, which I feel could be duplicated in other people. And the first thing that I noticed is good attitude. You know, if onale willingness, you know, to be the person that takes up responsibility, to be the person that brings change. You know, sometimes things like that. Always be the one that does what needs to be done, because we live in a world where batho ba kgonang go solve the problem. And if ole motho o kgonang go solve the problem for batho, very easy, you're going to grow in life. And that comes with good attitude. Number two, I've seen that but when I this fear ya for go tlo galang kapa batho ba tlo reng if nka faila kapa if batho you understand. And the thing is the only way you will know if something is supposed to be for you or not is if you succeed or you fail at it.
True.
Not when you look from the outside. So sometimes you mustn't be lost in that feeling. I'm fearful for just do it. Literally, Nike, just do it. You know? And then last but not least, especially now that you are stepping into a new stage of your life, you know, always finish what you start. If there's something you know what I mean? I know some of you that are going into university, you're not sure about what you want to study, you've chosen what you want to study, but you're not sure. If you are starting something or about to start something, start it and finish it. Because nothing is ever wasted. Nothing is ever wasted. Even if you are not meant to be what you study, but what will come after that will be built on top of what you've finished. You know what I mean? So good luck. And if you are watching this right now, it says a lot about you. It means that there's so much in store for you, and you must believe it and act on it.
Shoo! I feel like I'm in a lecture room right now. Let's already write test examinations. We are ready to pass because we must finish what we've started. Thank you very much for those insightful and very motivational words, Mr. Twaro. And now I want us to test you. Like sometimes our lecturers, hey, and that's a lecturer. Like malume waha, papa lecturer. So you see, there's a lot of things happening, right? So we're moving to our last segment of the show, which is hashtag Watsibana. Hashtag Watsibana. This is the part where I ask you questions, right? Very quickly. Right? And you have to be like very, very fast. So after 2 seconds, if you don't answer, I take that you don't know. Okay. Right. Quick trial run. What is your name?
Twaro.
Great stuff. Who is the president of South Africa?
Silgamapos.
The premier of the Free State? He doesn't know. All right. The Minister of International Relations in South Africa is?
Sure. Next.
Okay. Let us see. The new Vice Chancellor of the University of the Free State is?
Sure, it's a lovely lady. Next.
The current Vice Chancellor of CUT is?
Mr. Peterson.
It's actually Prof. Pamela Dube. The Vice Chancellor of CUT. Okay, let's see.
Next.
What is your name? Okay, he's
next.
One final one. Let us see if you will know this one. Okay, I'll trust that you will know this one. The former Minister of Education is? Okay. I was going to judge you. On many different levels.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Mr. Swaro. That is how we wrap up our Ithute Learning Curve conversations with you. And we hope that you're really going to continue being the inspiration to many young people. And we hope that better is not good enough. The best is yet to come.
Nice. Thank you. I appreciate it.
That is how we wrap it up here. More showing on Ithute. The learning curve. This was a very interesting learning curve conversations where we had to sit down with Yena and that is how it is being a lecturer at the University of the Free State, even at the Central University of Technology. This is a great episode for us to also understand it's a thing in terms of being a lecturer, and also the most important thing, the achievements, and also there are many challenges that also people face in this career field. But at the end of the day, you will always succeed. With that being said, thank you, South Africa. Live light, love your light, be the light, and let love lead. And remember that before you die, make sure that you have lived. And see you on the next one.